Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday morning if you're here in the US or afternoon in Europe, and welcome into Zelda Speedruns 2. Today we've got the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Standard Tournament Season 8 Qualifier 17. Tracking today are Fennel, Lady Draco, Melqui, and myself, and on commentary we've got Daredevin and New IT Guy. I'm going to hand it over to the two of them. Enjoy the race, everyone.
Hey guys.
Yep. Happy time zone.
Happy time zone? What?
Yeah, happy time zone. I'm reaching everyone all at once. No one is feeling excluded.
Oh yeah, that's Oh, we're just started. I'm already lacking words. This is gonna be tough, but it's also gonna be exciting because we got some really good runners at this game being featured on Restream today. We got Fur, we got Puppy, we got Juke, and we got Drunas. And I have not taken a look at the standings so far because I've been kind of gone for a couple weeks. I think I can do that.
Yeah, but looks like we got a child start, Minuet, and unfortunately an Emerald. That kind of sucks. So 6 dungeons today at minimum. We are probably going to see, I would imagine, like a Lon opener into Kokiri Forest, but we may see
it depends on where we... This is random spawns, right? We don't know where we spawn.
True.
Child spawn, I think that's like kind of an oversight when the settings were designed, that like you put the foolish hints at the Temple of Time, but then you have a random child spawn.
Right.
But Minuet is a really good song to start with, regardless of age.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if we spawn closer to Market or closer to Lawn, and we move to Lawn and then play Minuet, or you could just, like, regardless of where you spawn, you could just play Minuet, get a song, and then check Mido's house and Kokiri, and then go straight for Lawn and then into Market, go adult. Also, depends on what other songs we get. Like, other warp songs will probably push you more towards a more aggressive adult play. Also, getting the foolish hints is really important early on. So we already got, like, a couple options here. Like, the first song really is gonna decide how this early game unfolds, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, we got 30 seconds to go.
And the countdown.
All right, what do you think? Where are we dropping?
You know what? Let's go Zora's River.
I want to see like something southern, like Hylia or something. Never mind. This is almost Goron City. That's actually pretty nice to get into CAC too, if you want to.
And that
Who's gonna go for the item here right away? We don't know what it is yet. It's just some cash. Might as well. And that was... I missed it. What song was that?
Pottery. Oh, it's Epona's song.
Epona's. Okay, Epona's is not really the best song to start with, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it doesn't really provide anything on its own. It's like you can go to GTG, do one check. I don't know. Like you don't even have enough items to justify going through Hyrule a lot, which is where Epona's has the most time to just go.
Yep, we got Frogs 2's dead and Pierre's dead.
And the Goron City part as well. Which is like, with that spawn, I feel like the pod would have been easier to route in later, depending on the songs we have, but it's like that's a missed opportunity. But the spawn is not... Well, no, the spawn is actually not that great. Got Desert Colossus is on the path to Volve.
Morpha.
Morpha? Okay, yeah, never mind. They collected once more. We got nothing here. Not even choose.
I don't know provido for us today.
Oh, it actually, I was wondering about Fuzz random music and what the songs are, but it actually shows at the top of the screen. That's kind of neat.
Yep, it's a cosmetic toggle for the custom songs
That's
to
pretty
display
cool.
at the top.
Okay, so there's nothing in Kokiri. Unfortunately. Did Juke skip the Kokiri sword chest? Because he's like ahead by 30 seconds or something?
I believe so.
I mean, that's a bold choice, but I guess if you go to market anyway,
And
you could
Kokiri
see,
Forest Guide.
yeah, you find a Kokiri Forest Foolish and then you save like a couple seconds. But that's when you do not want to find a Kokiri Forest in the path to something. So it's certainly like a slight gamble. It's not that it's hard to get back to if you need it.
Right.
Or just going for an adult song and like going to CAG is probably the most important. Like first and foremost, getting the hints too.
Okay, Talon, what do your chickens have for us today?
Okay,
Those
we need
things.
those. That's a good
Mhm.
find. You know, I was never really happy to see light arrows early on because they don't do anything. But since this is
Right.
vanilla bridge and we need the light arrows to actually enter the castle, we don't have access to that free light arrow hint at the end of the game. So it's actually nice to have that out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, we are probably going to see a Lon Lon Ranch to Evil's Bane today.
Yeah, that's a wasted hint. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's even more chickens on Poppy's side of the stream. I really wonder. Like, this could be something big, but most of the time it's just a massive disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing.
Fine.
Well, so Poppy's gonna go London from here then.
Yep. Either that or maybe market first.
And that's Saria's song. So we got another child song that really doesn't do that much. It's like it's one more check in Lost Woods, but I think like all of these runners have skipped Lost Woods essentially. What they are trying to get, like, they wanna look at the foolish hints and just pray that Lost Woods is foolish, because you don't really want to waste time doing checks in a foolish area beforehand. So everyone is gonna make their way into market here, not even the slightest bit of divergence going on.
Nope.
Except for Juke skipping one check in Kokiri and being like a minute ahead. A little bit more than a minute now by this point. Juke is just fast.
Yep.
Oh, that's a cool peak. I've never seen that before.
Which one?
The one that Fur just did. Like, looking through the wall to see,
Yeah.
from the top of, like, from the Goron City entrance to see what's on top of DC. That's pretty dope. I think Fur's also gonna do chickens here. Alright, Foolish Hints, here we come. No, wait, that's the song in. Storms and Temple of Time. Valley's foolish. Market is foolish. DC is foolish. Foolish DC sucks.
Yeah.
But, like, Valley Foolish is fantastic. Because that's really far out of the way. And onto the medallions. Juke's gonna take a peek here. Not that we have a lot of options. Well, we could play Minuet, but I think you kind of want to go to CAC first. Not too sure, but water, fire, shadow, spirit, DC, Deku. Okay. So if we get choose, we might be able to skip a couple minutes of gameplay in DC.
Yeah, DC and Deku being plaques is really interesting.
Yeah, it skips, and we already have the light arrow, so Ganon's castle might be on the table really early.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay. And that's Zelda's Lullaby in Sacred Forest Meadow. That's actually really good to bring into CAC.
Right.
So we can get 2 more songs instead of 1. First gonna hit the market at nighttime here. Like, almost exactly nighttime. That's gonna lock him out of... that's gonna lock him out of the daytime, and Papi as well. That's gonna lock both of them out of the daytime checks, the one daytime check in CAG, talking to Andrew. It's like they're not gonna make it. The only thing that could have saved them is if Nocturne was on the Minuet spot. But we know it isn't, so they're gonna miss out on that check. Responsibly buying the shield.
That's a nut upgrade. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a nice find, but it doesn't really do anything other than be a convenience tool. Claim check is a bow. Okay. I mean, we need one regardless. So, what trade quest item are we gonna see? Prescription? Frog?
No, in our luck, it's gonna be like prescription. Ooh,
so they have to do the entire thing.
Yeah, and Jabu to Evolve. That's
Jabu to Evolve.
Yeah. Stone Jabu to Evolve.
And that's Prelude, that's really handy, getting this early on. But still, like, the songs are not that crazy right now. So I think we want to see something a little bit more impactful next, like Requiem or Bolero, I would think. Like, Song of Time doesn't really do anything right now. We know where Storms is. Storms is locked behind the Forest Medallion, which, if I've seen that correctly, which is on Evolve.
Yep.
But if Jabu's locked behind that, we're still, like, we're missing a lot of items for Jabu. You're missing, like, either scale or bombs.
There's a free strength.
That's a strength. Yeah, strength for foolish DC. There's no point in dipping DC with just strength, because you know you can't complete it and you know there's nothing in it. Unless there's choose. Choose could be in the foolish area, but that would be kind of a gamble. And then
yeah,
you probably
I don't know if I'd want to take that one.
No, especially since if you already bring choose into DC, you can just like finish it in like a minute or 2. And even if you have a bomb bag, like if you could route it in to buy choose from the market, I don't know if that's feasible, but like you don't need to beat DC until you've beaten Deku. Because it doesn't do anything besides unlocking Ganon's castle right now. Oh, that's an early river play, yeah. If you... Okay, that's actually Bolero. Cool. We actually get Bolero. That's another song check. And we could also, like, dip into fire early and, like, try to get an item maybe. Or maybe find out if we're hammer locked. and what Fur is doing, and what Poppy is gonna probably do as well, since it's nighttime right now. Just go to river, check the river, get 3 hints, get a couple items, hopefully, and pass time of day, so you can actually go back to CAC at daytime and check Andrew then. Yeah, I think with 3 hints it might actually be. Jabu is on the path to King Dodongo. Hold on, so Jabu is on the path to King Dodongo and on the path to Volve. Path to King Dodongo means a bomb bag or something that locks the bomb bag, which means that in order to hand the letter in that we're gonna get at some point, that means that a scale is available before that.
Right.
So if we get like a... Hold on, Jabu was... a stone.
I'm not crazy when I saw Jabu evolve, am I?
Have we seen that?
I thought we saw both. Jabu evolve.
Oh, that's a bow. We don't need
that's
claim
nice.
check. Nice setup by Fur. Almost got it. It's like it's just slightly off. We're gonna get the bow here. But yeah, because I wasn't even paying that much attention to that. I was relying on you that your information was correct. I'm not sure anymore myself now.
Right.
But well, Jabu's definitely on the path to King Dodongo, but I don't know where would have. I mean, it happens. So there's a lot of going on at once, and there was Hyrule Field path to Trin Rover. So Mirror Shield or Strength 2 potentially. We're gonna just keep paying attention to the hints and figure this one out. But that would mean, like, if that was actually the case, then Jabu would be loaded.
Right.
I'm not the biggest fan of it. A scale is available nonetheless, because the bomb bag, or something that logically locks the first bomb bag, is in Jabu. That also means that if you find Choose, you might actually not want to rush Jabu that much, because it's just the bomb bag. And Market is foolish anyway, so like, we could actually skip the bomb bag entirely this seed if we get Choose.
And it looks
Or
like we
a
have
wallet.
a Hyrule to Twin Rova
Yeah.
that we may have missed. First got it on.
I saw that. I pointed it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not the only one using a setup for this jump, I suppose. The man on roof jump. And that's Requiem. Requiem was on Bolero, which means... What was this song? The song then? Nocturne. Okay, so we got our fast way back to CAC if we need to. That's Fire Arrows on the Arch.
Alright, Adult Lake is dead.
Adult. Yeah. We don't have Serenade yet, and I don't think we're gonna see it for quite a while, so that's actually quite... That's good info. Like, we don't actually need to deal with Valley or with Lake that much. It's good news. Also, if we find a wallet, we can actually buy Choose, if we so desire, which would actually allow us to skip the scale when we go to Jabu. Potentially. Just one item less to find in that case. I just love buying bomb shoes from the Chew merchant in the desert. Oh yeah, Fuzz got the bow, so Fuzz gonna be able to check this in the shooting gallery in CAG. That's pretty good. Let's hope this pays off.
Well, Dead Hand is dead.
Well, otherwise it would just be hand. Wait. Ignore me. And Juke is checking Laback Child and checking Lost Woods. Because we didn't get a Foolish Hint, so that's totally fair. Drew's struggling with the setup in Lake a little bit. He also wants to get his hands on the bow. You know, without that DC Foolish hint, with that strength upgrade, going to DC would have actually been a good play. Probably you check your densest location right at the start. But as we know, that's not the case. It's unfortunate. Andrew
I've
gets it second try.
never seen that setup. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's like it. I think it uses like an ESS turn or two, and it's like slightly faster. It's like it saves you a second, maybe. Playing Saria's Tongue Song to the Skull Kid reveals a slingshot. That's handy. That's just one check in the area. Amazing. Desert Colossus was path to Morpher, and we've seen the fire arrows on top of the arch. Hold on, a strength upgrade here.
Dang.
A strength upgrade in Lost Woods. That means we already have two, which means that there's probably something, either Mirror Shield or something leading to Mirror Shield in Hyrule Field. Now I really want to see explosives. Runas is dipping fire here. Oh, Poppy has already done that. And that's a key. A stick upgrade.
Okay.
Awesome.
We take this.
I mean, we need the Kikiri sword anyway. We're probably gonna see it rather soon. Probably. It could also be just the K sword is buried deep in the seed, and then we just don't get Ganon's as the location. Really, could still happen. The song we got was Nocturne, which in the song that we got in Colossus, which. Now we got two out of the 3 items in Colossus that can potentially point towards Morpher. So Iron Boots or Longshot in Shadow, or Fire Arrows, like something pointing to Composer's Grave, or even the Wasteland Chest.
Yeah, keep going back for what you call it.
I think we're just gonna do Child Spirit here. Because Child Spirit is required. Like, Spirit is required anyway, and we got the Slingshot. It's like, it's a form of potential progression here. You can cross out 2 checks.
Right. Could also be required.
It could be required, yeah. Like, honestly, with DC Foolish, the strength doesn't do a lot. We do not have a lot of stuff to do. And Valley is Foolish too, so we got like what? Child Fishing. We got... What else do we got? Really not a lot. It's like we're running out of checks really quickly here.
Yeah, Poppy went up into outside Ganon's castle area. It looks like soon to set up for Dompe.
Yeah, we're setting up
That'll
time
be
of
a
day.
new-
That's
check
smart.
first.
I mean, we don't have suns, so... But yeah, looking at Ganon's castle, or like going into the loading zone that sets you in front of Ganon's castle, turns it to the beginning of night, which is the exact time you need to check Dompe.
A small key. And we do have a key here on child's side.
2 keys.
Oh, 2 keys. Oh.
We don't have explosives though, so we can use one of the keys to do 2 more checks. 2 more checks, and that's gonna be it. In Spirit. Unless one of them is the bomb bag. But we know that the bomb bag is gonna be in Jabu. Or something that leads to it. And like, even if we get a scale that doesn't do anything, we can't get to Jabu yet, because we do not have... Let's choose. Poppy found choose. Poppy's the first one to find explosives on Restream.
Flame storage.
In the yeah, we're doing flame storage in the composer's grave. These chews are really valuable right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big chest. Good call. For Raws, that doesn't do anything. Sag. That's unfortunate. Rune is going for Darunia here. Because honestly, we really do not we have a handful of checks in the game right now without any more items. If I'm not mistaken, I might just be forgetting an entire area, but
we had Nocturne at Colossus.
Yeah, Nocturne doesn't really do anything. Yeah, Nocturne was a Colossus, and nothing here either. Are we missing something?
10 skulls.
10 skulls might actually be the item right now. I don't actually know, with with 0 items, how many skulls can you get?
12, 13.
That's a lot. I mean, they also spread across really far, right?
Right.
Poppy actually taking somewhat of a lead here with those chews. As long as he can hold on to the chews. He's gonna be able to do a couple more checks than everyone else. So if Poppy finds something with those chews really soon, like an out of logic bomb bag or something, then he's actually looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Close. Nope.
But getting an extra skull here. He probably knows that something's up. Strength 2 was on the scrub in Lost Woods.
Yeah.
The not upgrade scrub in vanilla. No, wait, that's a stick upgrade, sorry.
Yeah.
The bridge scrub, yeah. Yeah, why did I not think of bridge?
Hobby having a good laugh over missing 3 pots at the skull.
Interesting. Oh wait, Poppy doesn't have strength 2 yet. Poppy hasn't been to Lost Woods. So let's hope he saves scums. If this is not something that's immediately useful, there's just nothing here. Goron City, path to Queen Goma. Can you actually peek it from here? You could have checked for the chest for a 20-pack of chews. I think I would have tried that. I don't know if he's actually seen if the chest is big or not, because I certainly haven't.
Oh, we're gonna find out here in a second.
Yeah, Juke is gonna do it, and also Juke has. Wait, Juke doesn't. Hold on. Did Juke not go to River? Does Juke not have the bow? There's a big chest.
I believe to go to River. Oh, never mind.
That's a big chest. All right, is this the Kikiri sword? It's a scale. Okay, this is part of going to Jabu. So the scale points to the bomb bag, and the scale also points to potentially Kikiri sword now. So that could also just mean either Jabu could have more than one item, or that means the Kikiri sword is bomb locked, which puts it basically anywhere on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not that helpful. Other than the scale, the scale gives you another item. Could also just be something in domain.
The scale gets us strength right now. Oh wait, no. Yeah. No.
Hold on, Juke is going into
Those are
Spirit.
strength 2 locked. Never mind.
That is interesting. We can do a couple of things in Spirit, I suppose. Oh, first doing the Goron, stopping the big Goron with strength. That's something I've not seen a lot. It's saving HU, and if you know how to do it, it's nothing.
Worth.
Rip. Okay, Juke just pushed the block in spirit and then realized there's nothing he can do. Because he doesn't have the bow yet, because he's not been to River. Juke, interesting decision from Juke to actually skip River. Since checks are really scarce right now. But logically, it's probably 10 skulls.
We can frog warp.
We got the frog.
Yep, we got the frog.
I mean, yeah, we know that we don't need the trade quest item for the bow. Because there's another bow available. Or first doing the Goron City pot with strength. Has Fur not seen the hint? I mean, I think he nailed it, but... He actually nailed it. Amazing.
I forgot.
It doesn't do anything though. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like the human brain sometimes just does that. Oh, that's a big chest. That's the frog that we were just talking about. I'm watching the stream. I promise. How many skulls does Juke have? 8. He's not gonna get to 10 here. Oh, he's done it from the bottom up. So two more skulls for Juke to collect. And it's gotta be 10 skulls at this point. There's not... Well, or child fishing. Child fishing could also... Child fishing would be kind of bad, but... We have ZL in the scale and Minuet, so you could just go into domain, do 2 checks in domain, and then check a lake.
Mm-hmm.
And the scale is entirely in logic, too.
No, it's not.
It is. We got these 2 strength upgrades, and that's all you need.
Right, but the first strength upgrade was on Adult River.
No.
And we don't have hovers or logical river.
The first strength was on the cow, next to Impa's cow, and the second one was on the scrub in Lost Woods.
I thought it was on... Oh,
no, that was the bow. That was the bow.
Okay, never mind.
It's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, never mind.
No, you're fine.
So then, yeah. That makes
so domain is actually on the table. It's probably the next best play.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's 4 checks, basically, with lake and domain. That's 4 checks you can do. That's a lot better than running around collecting 10 skulls.
Right.
And Juke is probably aware of that too. Opening the shortcut is a good idea. We're seeing a lot of bomb flower usage in Goron City because everyone wants to get their hands on what's supposed to be path to Goma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Fur. Look at Fur's tracker for a sec. On his hint tracker, he does have Jabu's belly on the path to Goma, on the path to Dodongo, and on the path to Evolve.
Yeah, I didn't think I was crazy when I saw it.
Yeah. Okay, so that actually turned out to be true, which means that with that scale being path to Goma. That, like, there's just gonna be like 3 or 4 items in Jabu.
Mm-hmm.
But we still need a letter. We still need the letter to do at least one check with the slingshot that we have. We could do rank chest. I wonder if a double dip of Jabu would be required. Because, like, you need to get your bomb bag from rank chest and then...
Right.
Or get something... Yeah. So yeah, this could be... We do have furores, so finding magic would be really strong. So you don't have to do that twice. Who's gonna get his hands on the scale as well. Oh yeah, Juke is now in river for the first time. So we're gonna do river here, and then probably head into the domain and check that, and then go to lake and check that. Buying a bean to... What do you want to plant? Oh yeah, when you want to plant a bean for the fire arrows, because you might need those. Shadow is required though, so fire arrows, Din's fire will show up eventually. Drew is actually the first to stop Link the Goron, right? And to walk into the crater.
Yes.
This is also in logic. Wait, no, the bow. No, yeah, with the strength, this is in logic.
Right.
It's a lot easier with the bow, though. It's not the nut. This could have also been a check that's on the path to Queen Goma. Where it looks like Jabu is the bottleneck of the seed. As of now. Drew is not going into the crater, though. He's probably peeked the item on top of the, like, in the wall and on top of the crater earlier. I've not seen what that is, but I assume that if it's nothing, Drew is just gonna leave it. Poppy hasn't really gotten anything out of those shoes, right? Like, nothing was bomb locked so far, really, that does anything, so that's unfortunate. The bow is currently still not in logic, though. Is it? Or is it? No, no.
It is.
Yeah, no, it is. Now I was confused of what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Now it's my brain doing the doo-doo.
Right. I was confused with where the strength versus the bow
yeah,
was
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, scale puts it in.
the scale does put it in, and the strength were not locked by anything. Yep.
Song of Time on Ocarina of Time?
I mean, is water... Yeah, water temple is required for the light medallion, so we could actually see, like, AD for boss key on Morpha or something. And that could also mean that the item that's path to Morpha just points to AD.
Right.
Like, we do not have enough information at the moment to actually deduce that. And Juke is checking domain as the first. June is right behind him.
That is really bad rupee layout.
Yeah, it's gonna take a moment to collect all of those. Oh yeah, Poppy's using the choose to go deeper in spirit. That's interesting. I cannot remember if there was anything on the Colossus hand, on the right hand.
I don't think we saw anything.
I think someone peeked it, but it was really hard to see because it was only there for a brief moment. So 2 people in spirit right now. Fur has the choose as well. Like, I think it might have actually been a big chest on the hand, but I'm not sure. That's a small chest. Okay, Poppy's just bailing here. And that's a big chest in domain. It's on the torch run.
This might be our Rudos.
That would be kind of mean. That also means that with the slingshot, you would probably want to just go go into Jabu and check rank chest. I think with like 3 items pointing to Jabu, you kind of want to do that.
Oh.
That's the Kikiri sword. Okay, that's scale locked. So it means the bomb bag is... No, wait, the bomb bag... We know that the bomb bag is in... Oh, that means that... Hold on. If... the scale was path to... Yeah, the letter or rang could be in Deku, or otherwise locked behind the Kikiri sword.
Mm.
Also means that we're not gonna see the bomb bag for a little while longer, I suppose. So yeah, Drew and Juke, both of them going to like Hylia to knock out 2 more checks real quick, so that they potentially never need to come back here. You could make an argument for just rushing to Deku Tree outright, but I think that in a qual you kind of want to be more thorough and not leave as many things behind, especially considering we do not have a fast way back here. Like, the items we've been finding so far have not been the most powerful. It's like we're still looking for explosives. Like, Deku Tree is a good location right now. But after that, if like... We need to find something in Deku to continue the chain. And who knows whatever that is.
Right.
It's not gonna be the bomb bag. So you could actually find Letter, and then to Ganon's castle to find your boomerang, and then go back to Jabu. That would kind of suck. Magic.
That's interesting.
Magic is really handy for Poppy right now. It's like
that is bomb locked.
That is also path to Volve. Sorry, path to Twin Rover. But there was no key. There was no key that was fire locked.
Fire locked, no.
That's odd. So then, if magic is not required for Twin Rover directly, Mirror Shield and Shadow,
right?
Something
like that.
Like Mirror Shield is probably magic locked, or there's something else in Hyrule Field that could also still be the case.
Right.
Skull Mask is nothing. Did we know that already?
I believe so. Oh.
And that's the Rang. The Rang in... Oh god. Okay, the Rang is in Hyrule Field, which means that the letter's gotta be... Hey, sword locked? God, my brain hurts already. I actually don't think that the Colossus Ferry has been checked. It's like, that check is gonna be low on your priority list at this point. I mean, it could provide the hammer.
Alright.
Wait, no, it couldn't. Hold on. I'm mixing them up again. It's like I'm looking at this... I'm looking at First Striker mostly, because he has the boss faces on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just sometimes can't tell. But we found all 5 path hints now.
Oh, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it.
Is Poppy doing the frog walk?
Yep.
For
We're seeing frog warp.
I was thinking of that, like right. I was thinking of potential questions to ask you what you want to see, and like there's something that I thought of that I wanted to see in a seed. I haven't seen a good frog warp in the. He's gonna Poppy. Hold on. Poppy's going for the bow. Poppy has not been to river yet. Poppy's going for the bow. This is gonna cost him a massive amount of time. Ouch. That's tough. And Poppy's gonna probably do river at some point soon anyway. With the scale he's gonna find eventually. Because he's gonna run out of checks. He's just wasting a massive amount of time here.
Yeah, he's actually doing the thing. I thought he was frog warping, but...
Yeah. That is really unfortunate.
So I don't like seeing that in Deku Tree. We just find a lens.
Oh. Yeah, I mean... The lens doesn't do anything, though. Like,
right,
at all.
magic.
Market is foolish.
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
And... we do have Requiem, so lens is not used for anything this seed.
Right. Okay.
Lens doesn't lock anything.
Never mind.
Interesting. I just love, like, deciphering the logic of this game. That's the sole reason I played it for so long. But I feel like playing the game is more stressful, and it's just, like, talking about stuff as it happens and just discussing with someone is much more fun. At the moment, at least. So this is some time well spent. I have never seen the setup.
What the hell, Juke?
That was not even the, like, what is it called? The alternative B1 skip, the Tsundere skip or something?
Yeah.
And this was not even that. This was like, that was like something new. I've not seen that before. It looks kind of
like
weird.
hell.
I wonder if it's like actually that much faster. And Drew is actually going for the Tsundere skip here.
Yeah.
Didn't get it first try, but we can try again. I wonder if, like, some of these runners are really nervous, because this could, like, this is one of the later quals in the season, so this could be actually...
Right.
It's also the last EU time, like, EU feasible time. Like, the other ones are, like, at 10 PM or something, and, like, at, like, midnight. So this is actually, for a lot of European players, this is probably the last qual to play, and if they're still lacking points, then they might actually, like, feel the pressure right now. And Goma's dead. We didn't find anything in Deku though, did we, so far? Dins! Okay. Now we do not need fire arrows? Question mark? We could still need it for Shadow Trial. For Shadow Trial too.
Yeah.
A hookshot? Hold on. Is that the Colossus Fairy? I think that was the Colossus Fairy. So that's Path to Morpher then, that makes perfect sense. Is this the Colossus Fairy? No, it's the Death Mountain Fairy. Hold on. Yeah, so the Fur actually using the Chews to his advantage here. And the hookshot, to have the hookshot right now is actually pretty decent. Do we have to complete Forest Temple? We do not necessarily. But we need the hookshot to beat Morpher at some point.
And that
the
hook's not in logic either.
No, but yeah, so it's like you don't really want to follow that hookshot right now anyway, because it's not gonna. I feel like
anymore.
I feel like getting to explosives is the top priority here. I do agree that a logical double dip into Jabu seems very likely. There's really not a lot of things we can do right now. Poppy getting his hands on the bow. That's not a sword, bro, but you're blind, so I excuse that. Yes, that too. Juke is going into Spirit now. With that key, we can climb a little bit. But there's not a lot we can do about... Oh, this could be choose still. It is not. Like, I think trying to grab choose from the small chest would have been a good play.
Yeah.
Actually, you could climb with that small key that he has, right? Like, climb a little bit. Like, do two more checks, I believe. Or do bow crab. Juke does not have the choose, so Juke has not been past the sun in Cloud Climb Spirit. Like, everyone is in a different place now, it seems. Well, except for Poppy and Juke high-fiving each other. One is entering the shooting gallery, the other one is leaving.
I think End Scrolls is the answer to all of our problems that we have right
I
now.
really wonder. I mean, the scale gave us the K-Saw, but the K-Saw didn't give us anything, really. Except for the Dins, which doesn't...
Which doesn't work without magic, so...
Yeah.
We know magic is...
The magic is bomb-locked. That is so right. This seed is like... This looks like a seed I would not have wanted to play. And I'm glad that it didn't. And 10 skulls is nothing. Do we... Are 20 skulls in logic? No. For sure not.
20...
20. We don't have
we
a
don't have
bottle.
a bottle, no.
No explosives. The Rang and the Hookshot are both bomb-locked.
Right. I mean, we could obviously get 20, but 20's not in logic yet.
Can we actually get 20? I don't think we actually can get 20. This is like really bottlenecked into something, but we haven't figured it out yet. I would assume letter shows up very soon. There's no like, it's basically like the seed is like an hourglass. It's like we've done like on the top you have all the early game checks, and then you have this like little hole in the middle where there's Jabu, and then from there this whole seed is just gonna open up.
Poppy's face there when he got the scale. It's like
First, oh yeah, we can dip GTG. The bow is... No. The bow is not in logic. Neither of the bows is. Right? Oh no, we do have the scale in logic, so getting the bow with the scale is in logic. Yeah.
Right.
That's true. So, actually going into GTG and doing a couple of checks here. Fur's gonna get kicked right out. No, wait, Fur has the hookshot, never mind.
No, Fur has the hook. He wants to peek the top.
Yeah. I feel like GTG is a solid play here. It's like mostly out of logic, but you could just net something really good here. And like some of it is in logic. Some of it. Not a lot, but some. Drunus is actually has a big... That's a bottle. That's big pose. That's the big pole check that doesn't do anything. And that wasn't logic anyway. But market is foolish. But that's our first bottle. And that actually puts in 20 skulls now.
Yep.
Oh, I hate this. The seed, bro. I swear. And another big chest in Spirit. Juke is really gonna regret not having climbed higher here when he was here. This might actually be big. Drew's pushing... Yeah, Drew's gonna do the bow crab. The strat that is mostly known as bow crab. Which means you push the statue, you use the bow to light the torches at the bottom. By firing an arrow through the torch.
Oh,
and that's
look.
Letter. Letter's just available in GTG.
GTG. Yeah.
It's perfectly in logic too.
Yup.
So now we can do Jabu. And from this point on, the seed is gonna open up.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, another big chest. Oh, he almost got hit by that chest. And another magic.
That is just straight up free magic.
Yep.
Okay.
interesting that Fur is actually continuing in GTG. He could just set Furores and leave. I think I would just set Furores and do Jabu now. Or what? Or would you? It's like
Well,
with Furores in hand, you could just like make an argument for going for rank chest and then set Furores and Jabu.
That's strength 3 and spirit.
Oh damn. Hmm. Suddenly things got a lot more interesting.
Yep.
I think we're gonna be here for a bit. Yeah, Drew reversing to go to GTG. He's gonna get the letter, and then he's gonna have to make a decision. But really, like, I was thinking that you kind of want to bail out of GTG, but given that Fur has invested a bomb to get the hookshot out of logic, he might actually just push that a little bit further, just in case that he's like one of the earlier people to obtain that hookshot and just take advantage of that. Like sometimes if you've committed to something, like if you've put in a little bit of time into something, or like a decent amount of time into something, and then you find something that's like risky to you, like risky to follow, you kind of want to like push onward with that and commit to it fully.
Yeah.
To gain an advantage over someone who doesn't.
Right.
Poppy entering domain. He's gonna get the K-sword. Poppy feels like he's. I feel like Poppy's is behind by quite a bit here. He's probably gonna be. He's gonna probably like look at his face. We have the luxury of looking at his face because he's streaming with facecam, and he looks kind of sad after seeing that bow and river.
Yeah. Doing the whole
like the half of the trade quest basically.
right.
Or, like not half, but like walking all the way, like using, even if you ride the horse, walking all the way from like to trade that in for basically nothing, for something that was along the way anyway. That's like 5 minutes down the drain. And in a qual setting, 5 minutes is a lot.
Yeah.
And we got all 3 spells. That's Nehru's Love on horseback archery. It's like there's not a lot left in logic. So they really want to get their letter here. Still collecting keys. He's the one has the most progress done in GTG. That's another key. That's Song of Time locked. Probably wants to take a look at the maze here before he leaves. But then it's time to go to Jabu. Meanwhile, Poppy is an entire Decatria behind.
So our first look at HPA.
We've already seen it. That was the Nehru's Love.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah. It's like I understand that I can't even follow everything that's going on. It's like watching 4 runners is you're bound to miss something. That's fine though. It's the nature of things. Poppy's planting a bean here. That's interesting because we've seen a hint for that, and I wonder if Poppy has seen it, or maybe Poppy's just tilted and his brain is just turning off. I know that all too well.
Because wasn't this Sungrave has a Gordon Tunic. I believe that check was out at or the hint stone for that was out at Requiem. Was that dual hint maybe? I think we've seen it
don't
twice
remember.
now.
We've seen it. We've seen it a couple of times in total between all the runners. So, yeah, I think he should have seen it. Juke now getting his hands on his first explosives, the Choose in the Composer's Grave, or hold on, no, that's the Royal Tomb. I'm sorry. I'm one of those Zelda boomers who used to play this game first when this check was called the Composer's Grave, which it is not, but. Let's hope Poppy does not go to do the bean-locked checks in Lake. Let's hope he just remembers again that he's seen that hint. The first to head into Jabu. And it's about time we see what's on the rank chest, because this is one of those seeds where a rank chest hint would have been really good.
Right.
But we have Faraz, though.
Rank chest has to either be bomb or hammer. And whichever one it isn't is one of the other rank lock chests.
I mean, yeah, also, if the hammer would then lock, we know that the hammer would lock the bomb bag then, potentially. Oh, wait, no, hold on. The hammer in Jabu would be path to Volve and not path to Bongo. Unless you need bombs to get the boss key and fire. And then you could just, interchange them, basically. Oh yeah, Fur didn't do touch domain at all. So he's gonna get the case hard here too. Oh yeah, Fur hasn't done Deku yet. Then. Right. But Fur's the one who's ahead in terms of logic of the seed.
Mm-hmm.
And I heavily assume that there's something on rank chest. There's gotta be something. Jabu is a stone, though. So are we gonna full clear? Are you gonna full clear stone Jabu, or are you gonna bail upon finding 2 items?
I think you full clear it.
I mean, we do have Faraz, so you could come back, and in a qual setting, you probably want to full clear, because you don't have. Well, no. Once you get your bombs.
Mm-hmm.
We have strength 3, right? We could go to Ganon's Castle and check Light Trial as well. Ganon's Castle is going to be really strong. The strength 3, where was the strength 3 exactly again?
It was on the hand in the lobby room in Spirit.
Okay, that should be in Logic, right?
It's in Logic with the hook shot. So
no, do you need the hook shot for the hand? No.
So
you can just jump over.
Can you jump down?
You can jump down and climb on child side and then jump onto the hand. You don't need hookshot for that.
Okay, never mind.
Or at least I'm 90% sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and happy 1 hour. We almost forgot.
Oh, wow.
Can't believe it has been an hour, because it feels like not a lot has happened. It's the seed has been really dry at the start. Shooting the sun gives you blue fire arrows. That's interesting. Wrong arrows, but...
Let's go ahead and make sure to give our runners a follow. Fur, Poppy, Juke, and Drew, they're all putting on a great show for us. Thank you to our trackers, Milkweed, Lady Draco, Fennel, and Golden Devil for pressing all the buttons. So I know what's going on in this seed. And then, of course, thank you to my co-com, Daredevin, for joining me here in the booth this morning. And Golden for restreaming again.
Oh yeah, and also shout out to my co-commentator, new IT guy. It's been quite fun so far. Let's see what happens next. Yeah, that's the strength 3 again. It's like if I just waited a minute, I would have not needed to ask. That is fine though. And Drew's following for into Jabu here. Poppy's still catching up in Deco Tree.
And that was 10 skills for Poppy.
Yeah, 10 skulls was nothing though. I wonder if 20 is still something. But it really depends on what we find in Jabu. Drew's still collecting skulls too. How many does he have? 7. That's not a lot. Luckily for him, at least at the moment, 10 skulls doesn't have anything. Like I don't think that Drew's the biggest skull enthusiast out there. We'd rather skip them, I believe. Poppy breaking a stick even though he has the sword. Maybe that's just his preferred way of killing Goma.
True.
Or it's just muscle memory kicking in.
Yeah, muscle memory.
And that's a big chest. Rank chest is big. So what is this gonna be? Hammer or bomb bag? Maybe something else? Hover boots!
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
We can do 2 checks in shadow now. Oh god, that's horrible.
That's fun.
I mean, with that hook shot, we can actually beat Shadow, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have bombs, but we could with Chews theoretically beat Jabu. Shadow, sorry. Shadow is a stone, isn't it? No, it's a medallion. Never mind.
Oh no, yeah, it's the one with
Yeah.
the fire or the water ones.
Well, let's just hope there's something else here. Oh, what? Hold on. Hover boots could just be required to beat Volve.
Mm-hmm.
So that would mean that we're still looking for the hammer. We do not get a hint for the hammer. Another big chest. Okay, bomb bag. Bomb bag. Bomb bag. Okay, so that's the path to DC resolved. And potentially the path to Volve as well. So you could actually make an argument for bailing right here. You could.
Yeah, but where's our...
Drew actually bailed. Drew doesn't have the rang. That's why.
Yeah, but where's our hammer then?
The hammer could just be anywhere that's bomb locked. Hammer could be in Ganon's.
Because that's ring locked.
What's rang locked?
The bomb bag.
Oh yeah, the bomb bag is rang locked.
Yeah.
Hold on, the rang is bomb locked. What is going on?
That's what I'm saying.
What is going on? Drew has a bomb. Drew has the bomb bag. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's the other way around. It's the hovers are rang locked.
No hovers were on ring chest.
Maybe I made a mistake. I mean, the rank chest has to have the bomb bag, otherwise Drew wouldn't have been able to obtain it. So I just that was my mistake. Hovers are
Oh,
on
okay.
the tentacle, that's the
Okay,
map,
never
I
mind.
believe.
I got my Jabu backwards.
Yeah, me too. It's like both of them have been checking things in different order, and since Fur had the rank chest, and I was talking about like the rank chest all the time, it's like I kinda projected my desire to see rank chest onto Fur's gameplay, and that's why I assumed that the hovers were on the rank chest.
Yeah.
Damn. That's kind of funny though.
Okay, minor crisis averted.
The problem is though that Drew still will still need to go back to Jabu for the hovers.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows when he will do that. I don't think we've seen Tectite yet. The Tectite Grotto on Haru Field. I don't think we've seen that yet.
No.
It's like, with only a limited amount of choose and that being really far out of the way in Hyrule Field, you kind of don't want to check that, you know? It's like, that was like the least desirable location. Juke peaked it, apparently. We still need Iron Boots to beat the seed logically anyway. So, will the rest of Jabu have something? It doesn't have to be this way, necessarily. It might. And it's like, that's a lot of work to put in for one more check. And I don't even know if it's AD. It probably isn't, but we don't know. We don't know until we can go into water. And with Furores, I feel like beating Jabu at this point might be a slight misplay. Although you can make valid arguments for both skipping Baronade and doing it.
We don't know where Boss Key is, except it's not on Central Pillar.
But it's like a 10% chance, I believe, that it's actually Song of Time locked. Because there's 11 checks in water. One of them is Morpher, which is boss key locked. So there's 10 checks remaining, and the boss key gets placed first, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a pure 10% chance that one check that Song of Time locked has the boss key.
Right, and we know it's a 1 out of 9 now that it's there. So there's an 11% chance it's there, or something like that. Because we know what Central Pillar is. So.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's 10% to put it there, but it's 1 out of 9.
It's
now.
1 out of 9, yeah.
Yeah. So, not increasingly bad odds, but
no,
we don't need
it has
slightly more chance of trolling us.
Yeah, very slightly higher.
Yes, Hammer could just be an IGC.
Ooh, come on, Fur, you can do it. Don't let Baronade troll you. Meanwhile, Juke on the way to get the hands on the bomb bag too. And Juke also has the rank, so he's gonna have to make a call. Will he bail or not? He probably won't, because he knows there's a second item there. Okay, what's Baronade? It's more choose!
I mean...
Amazing! I mean, now we got enough choose to just skip DC, basically.
Right.
That's nice. Even if you had run out before, this guarantees that you have more. But I don't think it makes up for quite the time you spent to do Baronade after finding your 2 items.
No.
Not quite. Juke does not have the hint. Okay, hats off to you for remembering who has which hint, because I don't even remember all the hints I have, and I'm looking at 4 screens. That's kind of amazing.
There's Central Pillar again.
Oh yeah, it's on their trackers. Bruh. Yeah, Poppy doesn't have it on screen. You're not obliged to have them on screen. But like, I can't even read what's on Juke's screen. Because everything is so tiny. Juke gets the hover boots. Oh, big chest in Wasteland. Huh?
No.
Item boots. Huh?
Why?
Does this resolve our path to Morpha? Let's check. Fire arrows. No, it doesn't. We have Dins. We have Dins available to us, so the fire arrows are not path to Colossus.
Dins
and the
was on
Nocturne
Goma
doesn't
Heart
do anything.
Container.
Sorry? Come again?
Yeah. They were asking where Dins was.
Dins was on Goma, yeah. So it is actually in logic entirely.
Yep.
Which means that
with the hover boots, you can just backwalk across or go across the sand pit and get that. Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah. Oh boy, the seed. Oh boy. No, Poppy missing the setup for crossing the something that we call naked wasteland, or in this case, naked reverse wasteland, because you don't put on your shoes or like use any other item to cross the sandpit. You just backwalk across it without any items, basically.
Yeah.
That's why it's called naked wasteland. And there's a very a slight. It's not that specific. It's fairly easy to do, but you could just easily mess it up with like any.
Yeah,
like any trick. So you go to the middle crate, you press Z to line up, and then you backwalk. That's what you do normally.
Yep.
But there's a lot of ways you can set this up. It's like a lot of freedom, like a lot of angles probably. Like there's a couple of angles that probably work, but the Colossus Ferry was the hookshot. No, wait, the hookshot was not in Colossus. The hookshot was in DMT. We have not seen Colossus Ferry yet, I believe.
No, I don't think anyone's ever had explosives near it.
But I think that's something we want to see before committing to Shadow Temple. No, Shadow Temple is progression, so going into Shadow is actually a good play at some point.
Poppy really not happy about it.
No, Poppy not happy.
It's like, I literally just did this. What do you mean it didn't work?
Yeah. Hold on, is Fur just doing Colossus Ferry? Is this Colossus Ferry? Juke, sorry. No, that's the hookshot. Hold on.
No, that's
Are we in DMT again?
Fair.
Am I just...
Yeah.
I'm doing it again. This is like the projection thing all over again. I really want to see the ferry in Colossus, so I'm just assuming that everyone's just going to do Colossus Ferry. You've got 15 skull tokens, 5 more to go. I just assumed that 40, 30, 40, and 50 are nothing because I've not paid attention to those hints. Would that be correct? I think that's correct. According to Juke's tracker, it is. Drew's gonna... Juke is in the process of setting up a Chew strat here, which lights the eyes of the big Dodongo skull directly, so we can essentially skip 90% of DC. And given that it's foolish, that's a really good play to make. It's just a free time save.
Yep, no reason to do any of the checks.
Junis is back in Jabu. With the rank that he just found. Because now he also knows that there's a second hint for Jabu. I wonder if he bails after Hovers. Like, coming back here again. Do you just want to make sure you don't have to come back a third time? Oh, Poppy missed horseback archery by 10 points.
Yep.
Oof. Yeah, I feel like Poppy's just leaving it. Poppy's tilted.
Not gonna save him. It's not gonna hurt him.
It is so tough to like untilt in a qualifier setting.
Right.
Been there multiple times. It's really hard. Like you've been wasting like 5 minutes going for a bow that there was an alternative available for that was basically free. You mess up like a couple of smaller tricks or strats in like a short amount of time and in 10 minutes.
Mhm.
And then it's like really hard to untilt yourself after that. Totally understandable and 100% within the human nature. Just really sad to see this. Let's hope he can get his head out of there.
The thing Poppy does have going for him right now is he knows where the iron boots are at.
Yeah, he's the only one having the iron boots, and then these iron boots are like kind of bad to grab. Like,
right?
Most of the runners have. Most of the runners have. Hold on, is he? Yeah, okay. Poppy's bailing. I think that might actually save him a little bit of time. I don't. Oh wait, hold on. No, wait. This. No, hold on.
No, because he's gonna miss magic. No, he's got.
He has the other magic. He got the magic out of logic earlier. So, there's nothing else in GTG, if I'm not mistaken. There's a big chest in the center. I don't know if anyone has done that.
We haven't seen it.
Oh, is this Colossus Fairy? Is this the fabled Colossus Fairy? Finally?
No, it's a DMT Fairy, probably. Okay.
There was Colossus Fairy. No. And Fur going straight into Shadow here. And Shadow's actually beatable, too. We do have bombs, we do have our hookshot, we have Din's magic hovers. We are good to go.
Yeah.
So this is... Juke is also in Shadow, so they're basically holding hands here for a little bit.
No, it could be a...
Nocturne.
It could be a Nocturne.
Nocturne was at Colossus, yes.
Yeah, so it could be in Shadow. Or Shadow 2's a thing.
Could be Shadow Trial 2 still, yeah. And Ganon's Castle is available.
Mm-hmm.
But you could make an argument for going to Ganon's Castle immediately. But I think you want to full clear your progression first before you commit to Ganon's.
Yeah, everyone who's been to Adult Spirit's got a better, a better reason to go to IGC. Because they all
once you're done with your progression. Once you're done with your progression, that's where you want to go. Like, nothing is pointing towards that, though, is it? I mean, hold on, the K-Sword was path to... No. The scale gave you the K-Sword. I'm trying to make sense of like what the K-Sword might point to.
Doesn't really point to anything.
Yeah, it really doesn't. We were expecting something to be in Deku, and Din's was in Deku, but...
Right.
We didn't get an Evil's Bane hint, though.
Which is nice.
That's really nice. Like, we could have gotten one, but...
Alright. There's a boss key.
Poppy going into Jabu. Jabu... I don't know if Poppy has both of the Jabu hints, but by this time, he should have them. So Poppy could also just like use Feroz here in Jabu and bail after finding the bar mag and the hover boots. That would save him a little bit more time too. Oh yeah, I was thinking about the path to Twin Rover.
Honestly, it could just be for long shot in what you call it in Shadow, and all the paths just converge onto long shot.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we've seen the hands in Spirit, but if like there's a small key on Child's side or something like that, it could just be long shot for key logic.
Mm.
So Nocturne to get you into Shadow, and then Rang and Hover. Well, Rang for Hovers to get you into Shadow, deeper Shadow.
Yeah. Also, we still have we have yet to find the hammer. I think the hammer is going to be the problem item here because the hover boots might just be the item that was hinted on the path to Evolve, which is like,
you can't.
Yeah, it's kind of nice that we have that, but
right.
The hammer is going to be missing for a bit. I wonder if Drew's gonna show us the... Oh, that's a big chest in Shadow. Is this long shot? It's a wallet.
Alright.
The wallet doesn't really do a lot. It gives us access to like most of Fire Temple, I suppose.
Yeah.
Logically.
Do we know where Sun Song is?
No. We don't know anything about Sun Song.
Because if we knew where Sun Song was,
we could probably
deduce it
at this
mean
point.
Nothing anyway.
We know that Song of Storms is locked behind Forest Medallion, and the only song checks we haven't seen are Ice and Burning Crag. Have we seen the Burning Crag hint?
That I don't know.
We have not. We have not seen the Burning Crag hint. Also known as the Nocturne check in Medallion, which unlocks after fighting the Forest, Fire, and Water Medallion and then visiting Kakariko Village as an adult. Drew still doesn't have the hookshot, yeah. The hookshot is really hard to find. It's like, you can't really leave the crater unless you planted a bean, or you found the hovers, which are in Jabu. And by that point, you're like, I don't really feel like going for that one check. Like, I don't really feel like climbing up the trail. I have more pressing concerns. I have progression to do. I have hints to follow, probably. I have locations that are a lot more checked-ins. And you probably have a lot of things on your mind, too, that just distract you from going there. So that hookshot is really bad. Alright, this is Drew checking the center chest. What is this gonna be?
Pain.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's... Poppy dodged that one. That's annoying, for sure. And Poppy is actually setting for Raws after finding the two items. Hold on, no, hold on. Did he not mark the... I'm confused now. What did he do? He just got hover boots. Is he leaving without the bomb bag, or did he do that? He didn't mark it on his tracker. I don't know if he has it. We're gonna see it once he equips the next time. Another big chest in Shadow Temple. And Poppy's gonna go into Shadow, so we're gonna see three people in Shadow at once.
Poppy does have bombs.
A bomb?
Nice game.
Okay, that's a bomb-locked bomb bag for sure. We've seen the second bomb bag. You could actually, like, not get the bomb bag in Jabu somehow. Like, I don't see how you get the hovers and don't get the bomb bag, but if you still have choose left over, you could actually forgo the bomb bag in Jabu and find your bomb bag along a second bomb bag along the way here, saving you. So if Poppy had more choose, even if he actually missed the bomb bag, he would have been fine. Two people on the boat at the same time. Fanjuk actually like switching back and forth a little bit in Shadow in terms of execution, but like they are really like equal on equal footing here. Juke made a little bit of time, made up a little bit of time though, because like I think he entered Shadow a little bit later. We're also going for the choose strat in DC, skipping most of it, as it is foolish. Still looking for a small key in Shadow, so we're gonna see the back part of Shadow as well. With Nocturne still being Path to Morpher, you probably would not have wanted to skip Shadow, even if you had the opportunity to. Like, skip the last part here, the maze.
Yeah, you don't skip it. Alright.
One more check in Shadow. Well, before the boss at least. Another big chest. Oh boy. Long shot.
Couldn't be that simple.
Hammer. Interesting. So I mean, hovers are back on the table. Like hovers basically lock the hammer. So we might actually not beat them in. We did actually not need them in fire. Doesn't guarantee that we get an early boss key.
Right.
So what are Fur and Juke gonna do next? What do you think?
Yeah, I think fire's the call.
Yeah, you really want to push your progression here because like we're at 130 at the 130 mark, and we only have beaten 2 medallions. Well, 3 counting DC, I guess. If you have done DC, Fur hasn't done DC yet.
Right, and well, and from Fur's perspective, Fur also doesn't have strength 3, so there's even less reason for Fur to want to try to like do IGC.
Yeah.
Nice one cycle from Juke.
Yeah, this is where Juke overtakes Fur finally. So you just spending one more cycle on Bongo can cost you a race. If this is a 1v1 and they're both neck and neck.
Yep.
Fur hasn't done DC though. Fur is an entire DC behind anyway, behind Juke. And this is Drew going into Shadow. So we actually have like a frame maybe where all 4 runners are in Shadow at the same time. Now, oh,
Thanks,
another
game.
bomb bag. Okay, both bomb bags. Yeah, okay. We actually got
All
this. We got this like
explosive
1 second.
adjacents are bomb locked in shadow.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Amazing. Also, actually, everyone is in shadow at the same time for a brief moment. The full claim is Shadow's progression, while Ganon's castle is not. If something's on the way, you like in a scenario where you have progression to do and you're looking for one item, and there's a check that a place that's like faster and denser, but it's not progression like Ganon's castle. So you have to make a call. Like you probably want to go with progression all the time, just because if someone else does progression and it's on the way and you don't, you just lose to that person.
Yep, and it looks like Jeep doing what we thought and going fire.
Yeah. At least do fire until you find the boss key and then bail. Or like beat the dungeon and then just
I would not bail.
I mean you don't bail, but like
Fire.
you just beat Wolf and then skip the rest. Fire's not path to anything.
Yeah, it is.
It is? No.
Yeah, because the Rova path and Morpha path both converged on the hammer. Unless I'm reading the logic wrong, but
Hold on. I'm trying to think. Hyrule Field path to Tunrova to get your hammer, to get your Rang. And Rang locked the hover boots. And nothing else. Which gives you the entirety of Shadow Temple, which is basically converging on the hammer, yes, you're correct. Unless something else is locked behind.
yeah,
somehow. No.
we saw the fountain, or we saw the Crater Fairy, and Crater Fairy's nothing, so
It's gotta be Fire Temple.
yeah.
Yeah. The Rang still has to lead to something somehow. Indirectly. It could be Rang for Song of... How could it be Rang for Song of Time? What do you need Song of Time for? Mirror Shield on River Chest in Water. That would be another reason why the seed could be AD. I think if we paid attention to the keys, which I totally did not in GTG, then we could deduce if toilet is an item or a key right now. We're catching up on progression in DC here. GTG key logic is not the answer, so there would be a need. There would need to be an item on toilet. The only thing so far that we know that was ranked was hover boots, and the only thing that was hover boots locked that we need was hammer. But
Unless it's what are our two missing songs?
the songs that we don't know are Suns and
Serenade?
Serenade, yeah.
Okay, never mind. That doesn't matter.
We know what Sun's Grave is. Sun's Grave was
Right,
the Goron
it's
tunic,
Goron
wasn't it?
tunic.
And we already have a wallet, so that's out of the
Right.
question.
I was thinking something song behind Burning Cack, but no, that's not it.
At the moment, you're right. Hovers do lock Iron Boots, logically. There's no long shot yet.
True.
What are we actually missing, though? We are missing Mirror Shield and Long Shot, and that's it, right? Or am I... No, that's actually what we're missing. Those two
Yeah,
items.
Mirror Shield and
And since we don't need magic in Spirit, and we don't have the strength... we have all the strength upgrades already. The rank has to point to Mirror Shield then, doesn't it? There's nothing else that the rank could point to than Mirror Shield.
Right.
So it's gotta be Deep Fire then?
That is my guess.
Oh wait, hold on, no. It could be Bottom of the Well. The hammer gives us access to the Forest Medallion in fire, which means we get storms. Yeah. So it could just be Well. So I think you can actually make an argument for not going deeper into fire and just going to Well. Well would be a massively efficient play to do. It's so much quicker. It's so check dense. It's not that hard to route in either because we have knockdown. And Poppy's going into ice. I don't think I expected an ice play anytime soon. Like, I feel like he's grasping for straws here. You kind of know that the song that's here, at this point in the game, that doesn't provide anything. So you're going in here for items, right?
Right.
So it's certainly an interesting play, but nothing points here. So it's just a wild guess, I assume. Yeah, Poppy does not have the hook, and Poppy is not. Poppy doesn't know that it's in DMT.
Yeah.
Which is also really hard to route in. So it's easier to get to, but it's harder to justify, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And at this rate, he's like, people might have rushed ice. Well, can you even rush ice the seat? The bottle is really bad.
Right. Well, but they may have gone and done like, oh, I did Jabu and then immediately went adult and did ice.
Yeah, but why would I don't think you want to do that with how bottlenecked you are. That's an item here. Long shot, we found it. Long shots and fire. That's the path to Morpher resolved by following the Nocturne to get the hammer.
Yep.
Okay. So we're just missing Mirror Shield and we kinda know where that must be. Wait, no, it could be Longshot locked, right? Because the Longshot was hammer locked. Everything's just hammer locked.
Right.
Bruh.
So we could have a mirror in like Dark Link Loop or something.
Mirror could also still be in Bottom of the Well.
True.
I don't think it is in Ganon's now. I don't think Ganon has anything at this point.
How does... No, it can't be 20 scrolls.
It has to be in some way, shape, or form rang locked.
Right, and we had other ways of getting in logic 20 scrolls before Rang opened that up, so
the seed is basically solved at this point.
Yep.
Well, there's one thing that's fortunate about Poppy not having the hookshot. He's not gonna go into Forest Temple. That's like that's a silver lining.
Really?
We're not gonna see anyone go into Forest Temple, probably.
Unless Water Boss Key.
Water Boss Key. That's like Yeah, finding the mirror shit and like locating the boss key in water. With those iron boots, like once you're done with fire, you're gonna go water and beat that. Or like try to beat that, and then you know. But that would also mean that there's probably nothing in forest anyway. And that's gonna be a long stretch of just execution.
Well, right, but the issue is no one can do water right now except for Poppy, and Poppy can't do water because no long.
Yeah, Poppy's the only one having the iron boots. That's true.
Right, because no one else can get in.
Right.
Unless we find a gold skip. Yeah.
Yeah, the iron boots are so hard to find here too, because by you are forced to go to GTG early without a fire source, and by the time you have one, you don't have a reason to go back to GTG. So you're gonna off in the wasteland. Yep. The seed is so mean, bro.
Yeah, this seed's something else.
I'm so glad I'm not playing it. Poppy is really struggling.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. He doesn't have... Did he never get a shield?
No.
It's like... These setups are a little bit trickier without a shield. It's like a shield turn is consistent, but...
Right.
Come on, you can do it. Yeah. No!
Yeah, he's tilting.
He's no. Oh, he's pushing the block. Yeah, okay. I'd be pushing the block here too. If I just couldn't get it to work, I would be pushing. Like, he can't even do ground jumps without the shield.
Right.
Like, did he not buy one? Is Poppy a never buy a shield person?
I have no idea. I would assume if he had a shield, he'd have it out already.
We still didn't find the... Well, hold on. Juke has the boss key in fire. Fur hasn't got it yet. So it's gonna be... like, compass chest? I don't think we've seen, like, the entirety of Fire Temple.
It's probably faster just to hammer down.
A gold... Does Wolf have a key at this point? We don't know yet, right? But, like, what if there's, like, a gold scale on Wolf and you can just gold scale water?
I believe Volt has a key. I think Volt has the spare key.
Yeah, Pierre was an item after all. I don't think the last bomb hit. Oh, no, never mind, it did. Juke very, like, clutching out the kill here with, like, 10 seconds to spare. Luna's getting the bomb like as well. Like, you don't leave that behind. Oh.
Nice job.
I think Juke didn't see the item.
I don't know.
Unless it's, like, actually a key, but... He's not going back in.
Well... It shall remain a mystery.
Juke has yet to check the fairy fountain here. Because the hammer has led to the long shot. So.
Right.
Let's recap for a second. Where exactly was the long shot? Was it in the shortcut?
Shortcut.
And I assume we were hammer locked to get there by keys.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure that the long shot is actually hammer locked.
I'm 95% sure of that.
That's good enough for me.
We'll know here in a second.
Yeah. Duke making sure that all his path locations are full cleared. There's not going to be anything here, but that also means that Furs might actually, like, you're really close to waste 10. You might actually just reverse it, get the check, and that would actually set him up for doing water. Yeah, he's equipping Dins, he's doing it. He's gonna get irons here.
Yep.
Actually, could anyone have beaten the seed quicker? It's like, is it worth looking at the race room or something? Like, we would have, the bot would have told us though.
Right.
Would it? Yeah, so I'm not gonna sweat it.
But, like, from a routing perspective, I mean...
Oh, the boss key was actually up here. Which means that Volve is a key.
I don't know how you route this one better. I mean, obviously, if you have the spoiler log, it's like, oh, well, you just do this,
Yeah,
this, but
realistically,
like,
the seed is really hard to route.
I don't think that's like, I want you to do this in the most convoluted and stupid way possible.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make it take as long as possible.
Duke is getting the iron boots. Okay, so Duke is gonna head to water here. Yeah, using Requiem and then using the Feroz that he has. I think that I assume he has set in. No. I was thinking like. Huh? I was just gonna take the horse.
Might. I don't think Duke wants to lose his FW and GTG.
I mean, you could just reset it. You could just.
Oh no, let's get the song.
Oh yeah, this Song of Storms. Song of Storms could still lead to. Yeah, he's just gonna do well right away.
Yeah, he's gonna do well. Figure out, is it well or the two storms grottos, and then go back into.
It could still be Zora's River. Did we get a hint for Frogs 1? Because sometimes you get one.
We only got Frogs 2.
Only got Frogs 2. Okay, so that could still. We're gonna do Stormlocked checks here. Although since the hammer was locked behind the Rang as well, if I'm not mistaken, means that the long shot, which was hammer locked, could actually also lock Mirror Shield.
That's correct.
Which would mean that trying to. There's so much that we have so much info now. It's like really hard to piece it all together. Trying to make a point for because the hammer was long shot locked. It could be long shot locked. That's what I was going to get at. So it could. The Mirror Shield could be in Water Temple as well. Theoretically.
Alright, Poppy about to get hook shot. At least.
Yeah. Poppy's gonna feel so bad.
Yep.
1 hour 50 minutes fast hook shot is rough.
Yup.
And I think he's like out of checks pretty much as well. This is gonna feel so bad. At this point, like, if you're really desperate for a good item, are you happy to see this, or are you mad that you skipped it for so long? He's mad. Yeah. That's a big chest at the bottom of the well. Is this the Mirror Shield? Then that would be go mode.
Nope.
It's a slingshot. This doesn't do anything. That's a key. You don't need a lot of keys. But going to check what's in the Tech Grotto. Don't think he has done that yet. He also does not have the iron boots or gold scale, so he's just gonna peek it. He's probably gonna do it on the way to like GGG or something. I did not see what that was.
Well, it's not blowing it up immediately, so it's not important.
Did Poppy run out of choose? Or is he doing the left? So he pressed the switch, so he's actually gonna do the. Oh, Poppy's gonna lose more time by doing foolish DC because he's out of choose. He at least knows it's. I think at this point he knows it's foolish. Yeah, he's not checking anything. He's just running through.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Yeah. I just assume that he knows how to do the choose strat. It's like with any of these runners, I would just automatically assume that they know it because it's a really well-known trick.
Right.
Nothing in well though, right? We did not see anything. That's a small key. We need that. A bottle. The bottle doesn't do anything though.
Long shot for Drew there.
Yep. And Longshot is Longshot. Drew's actually, yeah, using some raw strats here. Drew had full clear GTG, so he had no reason to set for Raw's Wind there, so he's actually free to use it wherever he wants now. That's pretty good. Can save a couple seconds here and there. Oh, Poppy. Fur's actually doing the other Stormlock checks first before bottom of the well. That's interesting.
Yep.
That's actually, and it looks like there was nothing in bottom of the well.
Yep.
Oof. So is it Frogs 1?
Frogs 1, or KF Storms.
Yeah, the Kokiri Falls Storms Grotto. Didn't Fer already do that?
It's
like
maybe.
Oh no, wait, that was the safe warp. He could have just like easily used the safe warp to get to Kokiri Forest. So unless he's already done that, he's like, he's going to do bottom of the well here. It's like,
yeah, and we're just assuming that it's also storms. It could just be what you call it?
The long shot.
Yeah.
It could still be the long shot. I mean, if nothing is storms locked, then it is the long shot, right? That's the only thing that was hammer locked.
Yeah, Juke gonna lose some time here.
What's Juke doing?
Well, he FW'd back to. Oh, Juke doesn't. I know what he's doing. Juke doesn't have Serenade. This is
the quickest way to Water Temple because Serenade does not exist.
Yep.
Poppy didn't check the song on ice, right? Poppy left. No, wait, Poppy pushed the block. Hold on. Serenade was in ice.
Yep.
It's vanilla. So that means Burning Cack is Suns. Yeah. Do your progression. Although, hold on, Juke left all of the other Storms Lock checks behind, right? He just did bottom of the well and nothing else.
Right.
So is it long shot locked? I mean, there's not a lot of checks that are long shot locked in water. There's only Morpher and the boss key that are logically long shot locked. And Shoot the Sun is long shot locked. Yeah. But we know what that is. It's blue fire arrows and they don't do anything because we have access to ice already.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that means you probably don't need to full clear the Water Temple. As soon as you find the boss key and have done the long shot lock checks, you're fine. Irons? Hold on.
Yeah, irons are technically, they're logically ring locked.
That's correct. Yeah, so have
So
fun full clearing
anywhere-
water then.
Yeah, anywhere in water can have the.
Yeah, we have full clearing water. Rip. That's the boss key, early boss key. So it is not AD for boss key specifically, but it could still be AD for an item in river. That would kind of suck. But you're gonna be able to. No, you can't. You can't see it.
Nope. Nope. AD for BK is dead, but AD for Mirror Shield, sure
That
still
would
exists.
suck so much. I wonder if anyone would have finished by now if it wasn't AD. It's like we've seen most of checks in Spirit.
Yeah.
So like if someone actually like is a little bit more efficient and they saved like let's assume 10 minutes,
Right.
then they could be done like
In the next
within the
10
next
or
like
so.
by the 2 hour mark, maybe like 2:05, 2:10 maybe, 2:10 maybe, 2:10. What does that mean?
And Volt is the spare key.
Yeah, I think we were able to deduce that earlier. Like on the second person finishing fire. Juke just heading for more, straight up heading for Morpha, because that's the only. Once you find the bomb bag, the boss key, the only thing that's progression is the boss in water. That the only progression that's left, the only thing that you really have to do. So if Mirror Sheet is just on Morpha, you gain a massive amount of time compared to people who. Oh, it's a key. Never mind. We're gonna take the key and. Oh, and far from the Mirror Shield. It's Storm's locked. Let's go mode. No, it's not.
KF
Does he have irons? He doesn't have irons.
Nope.
Fur's not in go mode yet. The Kokiri Fall Storm's Grotto. Fur's not in go. Fur does not have iron boots.
And this is Juke going back in. Yep, gonna lose a whole bunch of time.
Yeah, and Juke is now gonna start losing time because we know that there's nothing in water. There's nothing left there.
Yep.
There was a valid decision to make. Go into well, you see nothing in well, forego the grottos, and just do your progression. But now it's basically like going into water and finding the items in water is much more efficient than actually going back to get back child and go do the remaining. Well, you don't need to go child to do the storms grottos though.
Nope.
You just need it for Frogs 1. You can be adult to check the storms grottos and CAC and DNT. We as a collaborative are in go mode. No, hold on. How do you say that? There's a word I was looking for. That's not the one I found.
Together.
We as a group. I was gonna
group.
use a very sophisticated word for group, but
Collective.
collective. Thank you. That was actually the word I was looking for. Okay, cool. Happy 2 hours. Yep. That's it. Yeah. Shout out to all the runners, to Fur, to Poppy, to Juke, to Drew. Give them a follow. They deserve it. Putting on a fantastic show for everyone to watch. Thanks for all the trackers doing the paperwork, I want to call it, so that we can enjoy this show. Lady Draco, Melquee, Fennel, and Golden Devil. And also shout out to my fellow co-commentator, new IT guy. Has been a pleasure.
Yep. And shout out to you as well for joining me today.
Thank you very much. And did I forget someone? I think I forgot the restreamer.
Golden.
Also, Golden is on double duty.
Golden doing double duties.
Fur's really grasping for straws here. From his perspective, Iron Boots can be anywhere. And I think, look, Iron Boots are not hinted at whatsoever, are they? The path to Morpha
No.
was resolved by finding the long shot
Hammer.
that was hammer locked.
Yeah.
Which was locked by Nocturne.
Correct.
And Drew does not have a reason to go back to GTG because he has full cleared it. So Haunted Wasteland is like the worst check for him right now. Nice setup by Juke. Using the setup with like the rolls and stuff to make the jump instead of just using hover boots. That's quite the statement. But like, your brain just goes on autopilot sometimes.
Yep.
Nothing here. I mean,
Hopefully, Drew will get back on, or Juke will get on back on the storms path here after finding nothing in water. And doesn't go, oh god, I have to go do forest because it's on river chest.
Yeah. Well, thankfully we know it's not.
Right.
That fact doesn't really help any of the runners feel better. Everyone is like missing something.
Right.
Poppy is still catching up.
Although if we do get a first finish here in the next couple minutes, that
probably 5. I would assume we could see a finish within the next 5 to 10 minutes.
That might help some of them go, okay, forest probably not the right answer.
Yeah. And water probably not either. But depends on what decision you want to make. Nothing here. Poppy's gonna get the hammer here. No reaction whatsoever. Oh, okay, no, there was the eyebrow. Raising his eyebrow for a split second. Like, yep. I mean, he would probably figured out that, like, the seed is incredibly bottlenecked into whatever's locked behind Jabu somehow.
Yep.
This is actually the first time for us visiting Adult Spirit. So he's gonna find the Strength 3 as well. And he would probably...
That might send him on a goose chase.
He's gonna go and beat Ganon's... clear out Ganon's castle.
Yeah.
I would assume. Yes, the Iron Boots are in the Haunted Wasteland chest, which is for Drew, that's probably the worst check in the game right now. Poppy actually found the Iron Boots first, but only because he was running out of ideas. Because he was looking for the hookshot for so long. First, they're looking for Iron Boots too, and Juke is looking for Mirror Shield, which he assumes is Longshot locked in water. Or it's like Longshot locked in general, which in this case points to all of Water Temple, so he's gonna full clear water. And that's Bongo down for Poppy. For grabbing the big Poe bottle that doesn't do anything. That's a quick Dark Link fight for Juke. This is an item. And from this point we're stuck. Because we do not have Song of Time. Juke is thinking. I would have assumed Prelude here. He's going to the crater. He's on 2 hearts. He's not gonna have a lot of time here. But he nails it. Oh yeah, Juke is gonna check the Kikiri Storm's Grotto from here. He's gonna get it.
Yep.
Like maybe he gets the DMT Storm's Grotto first, but I think he's just knocking out the Storm's Grottos here. Yeah, it's the DMT Grotto first. I guess, like, it doesn't really matter in which order you do them in terms of speed if you do them both. Far's actually going to be the first one to beat Spirit.
Mm-hmm. And with Fur being here, Fur may just go, oh, I'm going to check Wasteland after this.
We have to hope that it goes this way.
Because after that, I don't know when you just go, oh, I haven't checked Wasteland.
I mean, you could also just forget it.
Right, and there just may be a, what you call it, in...
And Juke is in go mode.
Juke can go, officially. Words are hard.
Yeah, I feel that.
There may be a scale in IGC also.
That would actually save someone. Like, if someone goes to... If, like, Fur specifically, I think. If Fur goes... No, hold on. Drew doesn't have the irons either. So same deal for him. He either does Wasteland after Spirit, or he doesn't do it at all. And then maybe there's actually the scale in Ganon's castle. There's not a lot of locations we haven't seen yet. We've basically full cleared the whole game except for Ganon's, right? Like, we actually have. That's crazy. So, like, Ganon's...
Well, that's not true. We haven't seen Forest. That scale.
Oh yeah, Forest Temple.
Forest
This guy could
also,
be in Forest, you're right. I forgot. I just want to forget that Forest exists most of the time. It's like, is there any reason the seed to go to Forest? It's like, Wasteland is not hinted in any way, shape, or form. And we got a first place finisher.
GG Sponge.
See? 5 to 10 minutes. GG's. And this should give it away for most runners.
Yeah, that it is not AD.
What a wild ride this was. With like the really slow, really dry start, and then everything being hinted in Jabu, and then everything just unfolding from there, and like basically bottlenecking them into a string of doing Jabu into Shadow, and then finding the rest of the items there. And like everything just being somehow related to that hammer that was locked behind... Hold on, the hammer that was locked behind hovers that was in Jabu. It's like a mess, for sure. I wonder if Twin Rover could have the scale too, right?
Yeah.
That could
Mira
actually
was
save someone.
in KF Storms.
Yep, that's what it was. So it makes sense. But this is the last dungeon that Juke has to do. And he's basically the amount of time behind Sponge that he spent in water, I would think, if my estimation is correct. Three people in Spirit right now. Poppy's still catching up in Fire. unfortunately for him, he has to clear the entire thing because the boss key is at the very top.
Yep.
It's like, that's really not something you want to see. Like, someone finished just now, you still have 3 medallion dungeons to do. And you still have to find, like, what? Long shot and mirror shield.
No, you're gonna have long shot here in a minute.
Yeah, well, like Poppy doesn't know that.
Right. Mirror's gonna be the big one.
Yeah. And we got a second place finisher too. Exodus finished with a time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 47 seconds. GG's.
The nice thing Poppy has going is that this isn't going to be I'm going to like, hey, I'm just gonna bail out once I get the boss key, and then the answer was deep fire or whatever. You can't skip deep fire, so it's off the list.
Yeah, so yeah. There's no gamble to take in fire, which is good. Is both good and bad because like it would give you the opportunity to potentially save some time. But like if the boss key instead was early and the long shot was high up in fire, I mean, you might still go back in because you know that the hammer has to point to Morpher somehow. Right?
Right.
But did not acquire the iron boots.
Yep.
Will Drew do it after Spirit?
I would imagine.
Or
And
Light Trial. Gold Scale on Light Trial. OGC Ferry is also a valid play. You can do that on the way in. Just knock out everything.
I can't blame Fur for not doing Wasteland when you've got 17 checks to do in between OGC and IGC.
Yeah, exactly. Especially since you don't have a reason to go to Wasteland other than do 1 check.
Right, and it's Wasteland. Like
that's a wallet. Okay, that doesn't do anything. I mean, the boss key in Water's early, so we know that your Water's gold scalable. So if we actually see the gold scale here on Fur's screen in a couple minutes, then he's actually in a decent spot.
Very nice.
That's Twin Rover down. Okay, Drew, what you gonna do? Duke's climbing Ganon's tower.
I would imagine the same as Fur, but we'll see.
Yeah, Ganon's has this like if you have access to Ganon's and you have strength 3, then Ganon's castle has this magnetic pull that you cannot resist. It's like there's like 15 checks in Ganon's total. There's a big chest. Oh, big chest. Come on, Fur. Find it.
Yep.
Let's go. Yep. Fur is in go mode.
All right,
he doesn't know yet.
It doesn't matter which ones you which route you go. You're gonna get.
Yeah, you're gonna get it. You get it anyway. Okay, yeah. Drew is gonna go for the gold scale too.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yep. All right.
Ah, that's a big sigh of relief.
I mean, the likelihood gold scales gold or irons, because you're looking for either one in Drew or first case. The likelihood that they're just in IGC is a very high.
Way higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know that Water is beatable with just gold scale, so you're just going to be like,
Water's actually incredibly quick if you can just go for the boss keys like on the first check or something that you can do with gold scale, right?
Yep.
So yeah, this is actually like the optimal scenario for heading into Water.
And broke third place, 216.14.
GG Sport. And
Icola.
Fourth place with a 216.21. GG's. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of finishers trickle in now. So Furs is actually looking good for a top 7 spot.
Yeah.
I think that it's the first. It's the top 7 that are like that determine how many points people get, right? Like the average of the top 7, and then how far you're away from that time. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yep, the first 7 calculate the par time.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Definitely not going to be any need for the, the seed, though. The jet mitigation. Definitely wasn't a jet.
There's a jet mitigation? Tell me more.
Yeah, okay, so on seeds where you've got, like, one runner who finds the jet bridge of, oh, I just did this one area super out of logic, and or when Cola does a 1 in 32 and grabs Boomerang and saves like 35 minutes on the seed and gets first place or whatever.
Yeah. Hold on, Drew's continuing after gold scale? What? What's he looking for? Oh, setting for rolls probably. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
There is a calculation built in to factor out like this person got the extreme outlier finish. That way everyone the top 7's not like, oh well, this one person got the jet bridge and they're the ones messing the curve up for the rest.
That's actually really nice.
Yeah, so they'll get they'll earn a certain amount of like extra points, obviously, for finding the jet bridge, but not for no one else in the top 7 will be messed up because
it's not punishing everyone else for not finding
it.
Like literally everyone else. That's pretty cool. And first getting his hands on the boss key. It's gonna be just a moment until he's gonna beat Morpher, and then he's gonna be beating the game too. Unless the first 7 right.
That's the unfortunate part.
That is so unlikely though, isn't it?
Depends on the seed. Some of them we've had one where we all 7 rode the jet bridge. So
yeah, you can't. You don't wanna. That's so unlikely though, isn't it? I've been repeating the same question over and over. Like with Rando, basically anything is possible anyway. And GG's Duke. Bot is gonna announce it at 2 in a second. Yep, 5th place with a 2 hour, 19 minutes and 49 seconds time. Good job. Oh, Drew was attempting to he didn't know if Serenade was a Nocturne, so he took the coin flip to try to get Serenade from here. Turns out it's not, so he has to go all the way, has to walk all the way to Lake now. But that was I like that play.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep. That gold scale bailout. I think that the gold scale is actually in Ganon's castle. Like, probably like reduces the amount of forfeits by 50%. Like if the gold scale is like in forest or something, like in deep forest, you have to go to wasteland, and I could see people quitting over that. Like kind of maybe they forget that wasteland exists, and they're like, I don't want to do forest for iron boots or whatever, and like
Right.
let's just quit. I don't know, like if they don't need the points, or if they like don't feel like they can qualify anyway, or like they're tilted, they would just quit.
Right. Well, and especially if you know that, oh, everyone's already finished, I'm way behind, and you still, this isn't your last one, or you still have some forfeits left or whatever. This
Yeah.
may be one just to burn it on of like, oh, I don't want this race to count, just in case, like, it's slightly higher than one of my other ones.
And it might look like we're getting Juke for an interview too. Let's go. Poppy getting the boss key. So like some key time saves this seed were bailing from Jabu after finding both bombs and iron boots, hover boots, and then not doing any more checks in water than necessary, which is basically all of them. Just get the boss,
Right.
beat the boss, be done. Not committing to GTG is also a big time save. Drew and Poppy are so close yet so far. Poppy still has to do
Yep.
Spirit, which Drew has done.
Well, and Poppy has to find that mirror shield.
And still find the mirror shield, of course, because, well, you can't beat Drew without it. That's Ganondorf down for fur. Only the pig left to slay. What's your next move, Poppy? What are you gonna do?
Might go,
Bottom of the well? Leaving for... Oh, he's going to Ganon's immediately.
Yeah.
This is unfortunate.
Yep. That is unfortunate.
There's like the... I mean, he does know.
Hello.
Hey, Juke. GG's.
GG's.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm pretty disappointed. Not gonna lie.
Like, I feel that. But, like, you still played very well. It's like, the seed really threw, like, a lot of people for a loop.
Yeah, but
So-
like I made like the correct call. I did Wasteland because it was behind hovers as well, and
Yeah.
I wanted to check the fairy anyway in case it was that instead of Nocturne. And when I was in the fairy, I was like, okay, I should just do Wasteland now because it's probably like behind the hovers. It was behind the hovers, not
Yeah.
just probably. So it was the best time to do it. And then when I got irons, it put water in the logic, so I tunneled on that.
Yeah.
And I forgot to do these checks first after beating Morpha, which I should have done, like the Grottos. Like I checked
yeah,
my
I mean-
pod and that cost me 7 minutes, which sucks, because this would have been my best race.
Mhm.
I mean, there was no way you could have known, right? It was basically a coin flip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just-
but I mean, like, it was a better play to just...
It
like,
was.
you
It
beat
was the
Morpha
faster
and
play.
then go to do the Grottos and then
Yeah.
go back.
For sure.
Like,
I mean, it's a decision you made, and it was justifiable, so...
yeah.
Bad
Like,
luck, I
I
guess.
think I should have just saved in water, go check the Grottos, and if it's not that, I just
Just reset
reset.
back, yeah.
But I didn't think about it at the time because of no Serenade. But like I could have
Yeah.
just save scummed.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad, at least. Like I got the irons. I feel like that's what most people miss. Because if you miss that, then you find your mirror, and you run out of like.
Oh, there is.
mats.
We had actually both Drew and Fur took like after they had beaten Spirit, they like it was like, do they go to Wasteland or not?
Mm-hmm.
And they instead opted for going to Ganon's, but the gold scale is in Light Trial. So they were saved by that. They don't even have the
Oh.
Iron Boots.
I guess it didn't matter actually.
Yeah, in that case, it didn't matter.
Yeah. You just follow the hammer to Song of Storms check, and then you get
Yeah.
the mirror shield. Interesting. Yeah. When I saw that many forfeits, I thought the seed was kind of hard.
Actually, haven't looked at the race room yet. How many is there?
I thought the
There's-
irons were required for sure when I saw that many
There's
forfeits.
at least 10.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
a
there was a
lot.
lot of forfeits. Like when I saw that, I was convinced irons was required.
I mean, we knew that there was Central Pillar was hinted. Was it a small key?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could
Yes, it
have been for like awkward key logic reasons, but
I was preparing for AD, to be honest. I would have preferred if it was AD, not gonna lie.
yeah, that was still a possibility until the very end.
Yeah, because
The
the
boss key.
river check was an item, and
With a mirror sheet.
if the grottos were dead, I was just gonna do Baronade because like it's also on the path to twin.
Yeah.
And then if it's not that, you only have the AD check, which is river and toilet, I guess. And
Yeah.
the frogs one. And I guess you do frogs one after Baronade
Yeah.
to be safe, and then you just commit the AD.
Yeah.
And that's Drew finishing in 10th, 229.40.
Rounding out the top 10 of the seed.
Oh, top 10 is done. See the points.
Yep. Juke, you're going to earn 988 points.
Damn,
from
that
this
was still my
qualifier.
best. What the?
I mean, that's good. Congrats.
Yeah.
Was this the last qual you're gonna play?
I might do another one.
Or
Like, I think
you
I'm
can
gonna
still do
end at
another.
7.
Okay.
I can't do 8, unfortunately.
And GG's Retropolis 230.34.
And we got a Drew. Welcome
Morning.
in. GG's.
No.
Yo.
Yo. That might be the worst I've ever played OOT, honestly. That was so horrible.
I kind of played bad as well, not gonna lie. Like every time I'm on a stream, I fucking do stupid shit. Both gameplay and routing wise, it's insane.
Yeah, my gameplay was like really, really bad. But like routing wise, especially early, I had like no idea what to do. Like after I
Yeah,
cleared
I had like 2
Child,
points
like
on the seed where I got lost.
there was like I think I went child and then I went adult and I did like cack into river. And I like went back to Temple of Time and I was like, what am I even gonna do if I go child? So I like warped out to go do something else. And then I was like, well, like what am I gonna do here? Like it doesn't make sense. So I just warped back to Temple of Time and went child. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
At some point, I went into Adult Spirit with like nothing but a small key from Child Spirit. And then I realized, why am I doing this shit? It's out of logic. I could have like did it, but like it's so bad without explosives and hook. So I just took a trip to Adult Spirit for no reason. I left without doing anything.
Yeah, you were just, they pushed the block and then like you just
Yeah.
left. But yeah, Drew, do you want to know where the Iron Boots were?
Sure.
They were in Haunted Wasteland.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
That was like I imagine that was the worst check for you to go back. Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
if I just like keep clearing stuff, I'm gonna run into Iron Boots or a scale. Like it's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
At that point, like I basically knew I was done. I was just like, I just
Oh yeah, there's also the chance that Forest could have just been the mirror if it was for Horus luck.
yeah, I didn't even I wasn't even thinking about Forest at all. I completely forgot that place existed. But like it felt like once I found Hookshot, I just like always had a place to go.
Yeah.
Like you do Shadow and then it's like, okay, well now I can beat Fire, and then I beat Fire and I'm like, well, I should figure out what this rang is pointing to, so let's do some Storms checks, and then you find Mirror Shield, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah. Like, do you want to know my biggest misplay in this seat, Drew?
What's that?
I cleared all of water before doing the Song of Storms grottos. Like I did well and then went adult and cleared water because Iron Boots was in Wasteland and it was behind hovers.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I guess not knowing where irons were, like, I might have been throwing by just doing storm stuff, but I don't know.
I mean, you always follow storms there, right? Because it was Path to Twin.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
Like the only reason I did
I
Wasteland
guess.
before Bottom of the Wall is because I wanted to check the ferry, like Colossus Ferry. I haven't done it yet. In case it was just that the path instead of Nocturne, even though Nocturne was confirmed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I wanted to make sure that the ferry was dead anyway. And from there, I might as well just check Wasteland because it's also behind Hover Boots, similar
Yeah.
to Song of Storm checks.
That makes sense. I think I had checked Colossus Ferry like a tiny bit earlier because I was hoping to pull a hook shot or something. Oh, and also I reversed to GTG. That happened kind of early-ish. I held out for like a really long time, hoping I could get like a wallet or something, but when it wasn't happening, I just reversed.
Yeah, the early game was kind of rough, not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and yeah, man, I'm remembering all the bullshit. Like,
Dude,
at some
when I
point,
found
you
shoes
only
on
have
Wizards, I was so
desert stuff, right?
yeah.
And like, yeah, time of day was bad for me to do HBA, and like I can't afford just skipping it. I have 5 checks left in the game. I have to do it. So I just waited for like 10 days.
Oh no.
Like I was in the open grotto and then reset, got the Hyrule Castle Fairy. Like not the Hyrule Castle Fairy, the Hyrule, not Hyrule. What's the name of that place outside Ganon's castle? The skull there, because it was right about to turn night. So I was like, okay, if I go to Valley, it's gonna turn night when I'm in Valley, and I'm just gonna sit there for a minute and 30 seconds waiting. So we just reset and got the skull, and then like rode Epona again. I still had to wait. The fucking night cycle is so long. And then it was dead. It's
It's so sad.
wait. Hello?
Hello.
Oh.
No, I think my headset is broken because I can't hear anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, they cut out for a second, but I can hear all your guys.
Yeah. I don't really have too much to talk about. I just wanted to come in and share how
think I fixed
miserable
it.
I was with this experience. So
Yeah, we do appreciate that.
yeah, GG's. Thanks for volunteering, everybody.
Thanks for running.
And
Of course.
have a great Sunday.
I'm gonna dip as well.
Bye.
Dude, I was wondering why no one was talking, and I just wasn't hearing anyone. All right, I'm gonna go.
Later.
Right. Bye. Thanks for running.
See ya.
But yeah, I don't have anything else.
Yeah, me neither.
And I think with that, we are going to wrap up the stream. If you want to go over to Pappy's stream and watch him finish up, you can. But we're not going to rate any of the runners in the race, so there's no spoilers. Go and Fennel. And thanks to our runners, for Pappy, Juke, and Drew for willing to be on Restream. I forget when the next qualifier is. I should check on that. It is Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we've got 2 more on Saturday and Sunday. With that, we're going to go right over to TSG TV, who's doing a Zelda fundraising marathon for the American Cancer Society. But thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good rest of your Sunday.
Bye.